Okay. So we have studied the many equations. So what are the main problems that we have faced is to minimize the water flowing of water from the reservoir. That is the we need to understand, we need to find amount of water that is available for the power generation, and also we need to minimize the thermal power cost, thermal production cost, and finally we have to satisfy the iterations, we have to satisfy the hydrothermal iterations. So based upon that, we are going to solve some problems. So this includes here the first one. uh, okay, a steam plant and a hydro plant. Here we are having both steam plant as well as hydro plant to supply a load of 500 megawatt. These the steam plant and hydro plant are combinedly generating a power of 500 megawatt for 12 hour and 300 megawatt for 12 hour. That is, steam is from the steam plant we are getting the power of 500 megawatt, and the hydro plant we are getting the power of 300 megawatt. And here we need to, here we have some plant characteristics. The plant characteristics are f of pgt. So this is the characteristic equation. So this equation is given by a characteristic equation. So from this equation we can find the amount of power generated, or we can also find the production cost. So that will be given by f of pgt. So f of pgt is equals to 0.06 pgt square plus 40 pgt plus 100 unit cost per hour. So this is the characteristic equation, and this is for thermal plant, and similarly for hydro plant. Hydro plant we are getting the characteristic equation for based upon the amount of water, that is q is equals to 0.03 pgh square plus 0.5 pgh meter cube per second. So this means this amount of power that is generated by sending the by utilizing the water for 1 second. So these equations, that is characteristic equation yesterday we derived, that is lambda characteristics, the lambda values, penalty factors. So using penalty factors, so these are the two factors, and the loss, the total power loss will be given by 0.001 pgh square. So this is about the given, and here also he has given the gamma value. The gamma value is 80, and here he told to find the scheduling of power and total discharge. We need to find H, T and Q naught, total discharge. Also determine the daily operating cost of the thermal plant and the water used daily by hydro plant. So we have to find the amount of water that is flown out of the the reservoir, and also we have to calculate the operating cost, that is PGT. So that is by two methods, two cases. First one is with losses and next one is without losses. So first consider the without considering the losses, that is by neglecting the losses. If you are going to neglect the losses, the equations, the characteristic equations becomes these things. That is, yesterday we derived these equations. So if you just go through the yesterday's class, you will get these equations for neglecting the losses, that is no load losses, that is no losses conditions. So gamma dq naught by dpgh is equals to lambda, and dft by dpgt is equals to lambda. So this lambda is for thermal and this lambda is for hydel. That is, this is the penalty factor for hydel and this is the penalty factor for thermal. So from the equation dfpgt, just differentiate this, you will get pgt. So differentiation of pgt square is equal to 2 pgt. So 2 into 0.06 is 0.12. So the same thing is written here. So 40. And similarly dq naught by dpgh. So here also you need to differentiate this equation. So one thing you people remember here, if he has given the characteristic equation, just differentiate them. Just differentiate them. So first, if he has given the characteristic equation for thermal, differentiate with the PGT, and if he has given the characteristic equation for Heidel, differentiate with respect to PGH. So same thing I have written here. So differentiated this dq by dpgh 2 into 0.003, that is 0.006 pgh and 0.5. So same 0.5. So now the condition is without losses. So without losses means dou P loss by dou PGT will be 0. Dou P loss by dou PGT will be 0 and dou P loss by dou PGH. So if you are going to consider with dou P loss by dou PGH, this is the equation. So dou P loss by dou PGH, at that time what happens? Differentiation of PGH square will be 2 PGH. So 2 into 0.001 is 0.002. So I have written here. So how we got? Just differentiated this. So just differentiated dou P loss with respect to dou PGH. And then he has given that the demand from the steam plant is 500 megawatt. So now equals the 500 megawatt equals to PGT plus PGH, because the total demand will be equals to the generation plus losses. Here we are neglecting the losses. So just take generation. So generation terms. So here we got the PGT. PGT how? By using this equation. 0.12 PGT plus 40 is equals to AT is equals to AT of 0.006 PGH plus 0.5. So what is this AT? This AT will be given by gamma. This equation. So this equation in the problem he has given gamma AT. So that same gamma we are writing here. So gamma dq naught by dpgh. Gamma dq naught by dpgh. So what is dq naught by dpgh? This is the thing. 0.006 pgh plus 0.5. So we have written here. Same thing. Okay. And next we have to resubstitute the things. So 0.12 PGT will be 500 minus PGH plus 40, and just multiply this 80 into 0.06 will be 0.48 PGH plus 80 into 0.5, that is 40. Okay. And here the next, just normalize these equations. You get the PGH. So when you get the PGH, substitute here PGH. So PGT will be 500 minus PGH. So PGT will be 500 minus 100, that is 400. So these are the different powers that we generated by using thermal as well as Heidel. So next we have to substitute in the above equation, that is here 0.12 500 minus PGH. So after normalize things, next comes for the Heidel, that is 300. Now we are considered for 500. Look at here. In the problem he has given for 500 megawatt for 12 hour, 300 megawatt for 12 hour. So first case is we are calculated for 500 megawatt. Now second case is 300 megawatt. The same steps. Just resubstitute. 0.12 into 300 minus PGH plus 40. Same thing. Instead of 500, we are using 300 here. Then we got PGH will be 60, PGT will be 240. That is, after calculation, just add the PGH and PGT, you should get PD, that is demand, total demand. If you just another edu cross verify aitu antandre ನೀವು ಬಂದಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay, and the next thing is we have to calculate the operating cost. Now we have calculated the power. The next step is we have to calculate operating cost. So this operating cost will be given by FPGT. So this is the equation. So FPGT 0.06 PGT square 40 PGT plus 100. So we have calculated PGT here. Just substitute PGT in this equation. That's it. Just substitute PGT. So here we are calculating for the cost supplying of 400 megawatt. So for 400 megawatt when the demand is 500 megawatt. So that we have to supply the 400 megawatt whenever the demand is 500 megawatt. That is for 12 hours. So just substitute the things here. Just substitute PGT 400 square plus 40 into 400 plus 100. This is for 12 hours. This is the first condition, and the next condition is 240. So we have two PGT here. One PGT for 500 megawatt and one more PGT for 300 megawatt. So we have to consider both PGT here, and both are for 12 hours. So you just substitute ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. PGT one PGT 400 ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು PGT 240 ಇದೆ. So this is for 12 hours. Why 12 hours? That is given in your question itself. Look at here. 500 megawatt for 12 hours, 300 megawatt for 12 hours. So this 500 and 300 are total demand, but in that total demand we generated 400 megawatt by using thermal and 240 megawatt by using thermal. So just substitute it here. So after calculation you will get 325,267 units, 3,25,267 units. So just after the class, go through the problem once again and solve on your own. So then you will get an idea about the thing, idea about the numerical. So from this analysis, what you people got? That is the coordination in the hydrothermal generating units. We need to coordinate between thermal as well as hydel. So normally the thermal will be higher than the hydel. Look at here, the thermal will be higher than the hydel. So that is the thing. So this is the cost for generating the unit amount of power. And the same thing, next thing is we have to calculate the amount of water that is flown out. How much amount of water is required. So for that you have to consider the second equation. That is this equation. Q is equals to 0.003 PGH square plus 0.5 PGH. Now resubstitute PGH value here. Similarly PGT, substitute PGH here. Substitute PGH. So here in the equation, one thing you people need to remember, what is the unit? The given unit is meter cube per second, but the power that we are generating is for hour, because in the question he has given for 12 hours. So just convert it into hours. So how we need to convert the second into hour? That is just multiply with the 60 into 60. If we are going to convert the seconds into minute, just multiply with 60. And if you want to convert that into hour, multiply with one more 60. That is 360 hours. Okay. And here we need to resubstitute. Similarly, similar to the PGT value. Similar to the PGT here, PGH. Substitute two values, 100 as well as 60. 100, 360 into 12, 60, 360 into 12. If you just calculate it, you will get 5.218 into 10 raised to 6 meter cube. This is the required thing. So this is for neglecting the losses. So what are the things that we calculated? We calculated the amount of power generated using PGT and PGH, and amount of the fuel cost, the amount of water available for the generation of power using hydel, that is Q, and the cost, the cost of generating the power using thermal, that is FPGT. So these things you have to same repeat for with considering the losses. So if you are going to considering the losses, you have to add the loss terms here. Only that is the change. So what are the extra adding here? So demand is equals to load plus losses. Sorry, the generation is equals to load plus losses. So here I required load. So I need load. So the load is 500 megawatt. So just resubstitute here. So calculate PGT first, then calculate PGH. So the PGT will be given by 500 minus PGH. So this is the dou P loss. So how we got this? Look at here. So P loss 0.001 PGH square. As given in the problem, I'm just taking that here. P loss 0.001 PGH square. So next thing is same. Use the FPGT value. FPGT value is 0.12 into PGT minus PGH and plus 40. So this 40 will be our new value. Sorry, gamma value. And here also 80. 80 into same thing. So just calculate this. So PGH value, PGH square, just normal calculation, that is mathematics. So if you just solve these equations, you will get PGH is equals to 80.27 megawatt and PGT. So how you got PGT? Just resubstitute this PGH in PD value. Anyhow, we have demand 500, 500 minus 80.27. So you will get 419.73. So this is about PGH and PGT. Now repeat the same thing for 300 megawatt. Repeat the same thing. Then the equation will be PGH and PGT. So PGH, if you just add these two, similarly here also, if you add these two, that is PGH and PGT, you should get 500, and here also PGH plus PGT will be 300. And final. So after calculating the PGT and PGH, you need to find the F of PGT value. So how to calculate F of PGT value? Resubstitute in the given characteristic equation. This is the given characteristic equation for 12 hour. Just I am resubstituted here. After substituting, you will get 341,122 units. So same, you have to calculate the water available. So the main problems, that's why the main problems are amount of water available and amount of cost required. So for this analysis only we have solved the three problems. What are these three methods of iterations of problems? Discrete time interval method, gamma lambda method, and penalty factor method. So we are solving this problem using penalty factor method, that is gamma lambda. Okay. This is about the cost, and next thing is water available. So total water amount available will be 3.969 into 10 raised to 6. So just compare now. Compare the answers, that is without losses and with losses. So what is the difference? So we have calculated. So first go for the units. So total units will be 325,267 units. So 325,266 units. This is for without losses. So look at here, 341,122. This is with losses. So the difference is the conclusion. The conclusion about this solving the problem is, as the losses are increases, the units, the amount of power that required will be increases. Total requirement of power will be increases. And similarly, the cost, the availability of water. So the availability of water here is 5.218 10 raised to 6 meter cube. Here 3.96. So if you are going to consider with the losses, the large amount of power will be wasted in the losses. So that is the thing. So I have to write one conclusion line. after solving the problem. That is what you understand from the given conclusion. What you understood from the things by solving the problem, write down in 2 words, 2 lines. So which will be carries your full marks. So similarly, I have one more problem here. So that is a 2 plants. A 2 plant system has the following characteristics. So just like similarly in the previous FT, that is 20 PGT plus 0.04 PGT square. Q is equals to 7.5 PGH square, and he has given gamma value, and also he has given lambda value, and one more thing is he has given load losses. So B coefficients, that is BHH, the B factor considering the Heidel station only. So that is the change here. So how we need to solve the problem now? So here we need to calculate the generation of each plant and the load on the system and the losses. So here we need to calculate PGH, PGT as well as dou P losses. So for that we need to calculate all the things. So BHH is equals to 0.0025. So what that BHH means, that is dou P loss. So that is will be given by P loss. So we can write it here. P loss is equals to 0.0025 PGH square. This ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು mainly. Okay. This is the B loss factor. B loss factor anta ನಾನು while explaining theory, I was mentioned the cofactors, B loss cofactors. So on P losses anta direct agi kodbodu, or else BHH anta adru kodbodu. So you should know what is meant by BHH, BGG, BGH and BHG. Okay. Here the dou P loss by dou PGT. Here there is no PGT value, PGT term, so it's 0. And dou P loss by dou PGH will be 2 into PGH. So 0.025 into 2 is a 0.05, not 5. So DFT. So as I told in the first problem, if he has given FT and Q value, just differentiate the FT value with the PGT, and DQ value, Q value is the PGH. So the thing will be done here. Look at DFT by DPGT is equals to 20 plus 0.08 PGT. 0.08 PGT. So this is the loss factor. This is the penalty factor for thermal. Similarly, GT. So PGT also same. So here you can calculate the PGT here. So how you can calculate the PGT here? The lambda value is he has given. So in the previous problem he was not given the lambda value. So that's why we are calculated the long procedure. So here he has given the lambda value. So lambda will be equals to 70 rupees per megawatt hour. So what we know that, so lambda is equals to DFT by DPGT. So this is for thermal, and dQ naught by dPGH is equals to lambda for Heidel. So just by solving this you will get PGT is equals to 625 megawatt. So similarly dQ by dPGT is equals to this much, and this equals to lambda. So gamma dQ by dPGH of, so this equation, yesterday we derived this equation at the end. So just we are resubstituted here. So and here one more thing, we need to look at the units. So the gamma value will be given in rupees per meter cube. Lambda value is given, gamma value is given in rupees per meter cube, and dQ by dPGH will be meter cube per megawatt. So if you just calculate, if you just solve this, you will get rupees per megawatt hour. So why we are solving this? Because he has not given the value of dou P loss by dou PGH. So for that we have to recalculate this. We have to recalculate using the unit wise. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದಾಗೆ just look at the units. So by looking at the units you will get, so what is the missing term. So here we are missing the major term. So there is a mismatch with the dq by dpgh. So in order to match this we have to multiply with 3600. That is, it's given in terms of second, so convert that into hour. So that's why we are converted into multiplied with the 3600. So the final equation 4.1 into 10 raised to minus 4 of 7.5 plus 0.008 pgh. So this is the characteristic equation that is given in our problem. So multiply that with 3600. Then 1 minus dou P loss. So this is the 1 minus dou P loss by dou pgh, that is 0.005 pgh equals to 70. So if you just calculate these things, pgh, so pgh will be 162.87. Yeah, here what he is asked? He is asked to calculate power, pgt, pgh, p losses and total demand. So after solving the problem, just verify once whether this problem is satisfying the ideal thermal constraints. Is this problem solving the power balance equation? So what is that means? The the generation should be equals to demand plus losses. Okay, look at here, 625 pgt plus pgh, 625 plus 162. So how much? 787.87. So just now add these things, losses plus load. So how much? 62 plus 8, 7. That is 787. So here we are balanced the equation. We have balanced the power equation. That is, we are satisfied the hydrothermal constants. That is, generation is equals to load plus losses. Okay, I hope you people are got the concepts. I have given the same kind of problems in your assignment. If you solve the assignment problems, then that shows that you understood the concepts clearly. ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೇನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನು, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಥಿಯರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ gamma ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಹೌ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ lambda ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ft ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ q ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್, what is gamma, what is nu. So after calculating all these things, go through the problems. Okay, I hope so got the clear with the concepts. And this is the end of your second module. The second module, part A. So first module was introduction towards and the SCADA and unit commitment. This was your first module. The second module is the hydrothermal scheduling. Okay, first stop this.